Hello there, this is Flav Onson coming to you from Resys Property Management. Today we'll be talking about closing costs and extras and legal fees associated with buying a property. A number of things to consider and to know regarding the closing costs that you'll have to incur whenever you're buying a property. These are costs that will be owed to the lawyer and then dispersed to the government, to the city, to the banks, and so on and so forth. The biggest and first one that we want to talk about is the land transfer tax. Laws in Ontario state that, in fact in Canada, state that anyone buying a property will pay a tax, a one-time tax to the government because of the land that is being transferred from the current owner to you as a new owner. That tax increases and is based on the purchase price. So the higher the purchase price, the higher the land transfer tax. As I said, it's a one-time tax good for as long as you own the property. For example, a property in Kitchener-Waterloo at a price of $250,000, the land transfer tax is roughly $2,225. If you are a first-time home buyer, meaning never owned a home in Canada, then you are exempt from paying that tax up to $2,000. It's actually a rebate that you get back, but it's basically nullifying itself. So, for example, again, if you're a first-time home buyer buying a $250,000 home, you actually only pay $225 of that $2,225 tax. The other items to know of is the mortgage CMHC fee. So, if you're putting down less than 20% as down payment on your purchase, there will be a CMHC, the Canada Mortgage House Corporation fee, associated with that purchase. Depending on how much you put down, 5, 10, or 15%. That tax for CMHC will be greater or less. Other items to know of will include the registration of the deed, registration of the mortgage, a title search which the lawyer will do on your behalf to search the history of the title and the property. Title insurance, which is a very important insurance to get, again through the lawyer, cost is around $300 for that, and I can talk more about that on a different program. And a few other things regarding surveys as well as sheriff certificates and zoning certificates. All in all, notwithstanding the land transfer tax amount, you should expect to pay roughly $1,300 on closing. That includes the lawyer fees. Every lawyer charges everything or different things for his services or her services. Generally between $500 and $700 is kind of the norm of just their own fees, plus the disbursements on top of that. So all of that together, you should expect around $1,300 to maybe $1,500, depending on a few different figures that might change, and the land transfer tax on top of that as well will be your closing costs on a purchase. Thank you for listening. I'm Flav Onson again from Resys Property Management, talking about closing costs and extras. See you soon.